Howdy my peeps, and welcome to this week's video. Today I'm going to be doing a watercolor painting again because I've been enjoying them lately, so I want to do another one. But anyways, before we get into the video, I'd like to give a shout out to Sophia Williams, who is the comment of the week. Thank you so much for your comment. I really like reading all those comments, and if you would like to be the comment of the week, all you have to do is comment on any video. That could have been you. Oh my goodness. I also have an Etsy shop, and inshallah I'll be updating it soon, so keep a lookout for that. And I'm also on Patreon. But anyways, like I already mentioned, this is the watercolor painting I did yesterday, if you want to get technical. By the time you're watching this, it hasn't been yesterday, so I guess I didn't have to say it. But anyways, yeah, I just really wanted to do another watercolor painting because I've really been enjoying them lately. And I've mentioned this recently, how I just mentioned this a few times actually. I just go through phases with my art supplies. So right now it's a watercolor phase. And one of these days I'm going to be painting and I'm going to be like, I don't feel like waiting for this to dry, or I don't feel like getting up to actually go and dry this. Which if you see the painting disappear several times during the process, that's what I'm doing. I have a little heat gun and it was plugged up somewhere else in my room, so I had to keep getting up to go and dry my painting. Which if you do a lot of watercolor paintings, I really recommend getting a heat gun. I'm gonna put the name of the one that I use in the description if you're interested. It does get really hot though, so just beware of that. You can also just use a hair dryer if you want. But one of these days I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to be like, I don't feel like doing this anymore. And I'm going to stop using watercolors for several months again. And then several months later I'm going to come back to it. Just like I always do, you know. I do think it's nice to have a bunch of different art supplies that you like to use. Because if you ever get burnt out using one thing, you can just switch out to something else. Which I think that's part of the reason why I've managed to avoid art block for several years now. Is I just kind of hop around between a bunch of different things. If I ever get bored of one thing, I just move to something else. And it just really helps me to, you know, just, I don't know what the word is. I guess stay motivated and to just keep drawing stuff, because drawing stuff is nice, you know, and I don't want to stop. I want to keep going, but at the same time you kind of need to maybe not do too much. But anyways, I was also considering doing a Copic drawing today. Well, not today, but for this drawing. And I was like, nah, maybe not. I still might do one soon. I just didn't do one this time. I was like, I want to do watercolors. Those bad boys are fun. I tried something slightly different with the painting process, which I've already shown this, but I did like a purple for shadows, which that's something I did for an acrylic painting recently. I don't have the footage for that one though, unfortunately, because I did it at like a paint and sip thing. And I didn't bring my camera because I didn't want to do all that there. But anyways, it was like we used like acrylic paintings, and like not acrylic paintings. We made acrylic paintings with acrylic paint is what I meant to say. And for my painting, I did like a purple. I like put down some purple to block in the shadows first. So I decided to do that with this one. I do a similar thing sometimes where I'll use like yellow, some variation of red, and some type of blue for different areas of the face, which I've seen this on like that technique. I've seen that used for digital art. There's just on like tutorials on Pinterest. I can't really name the people that I've actually gotten it from because I don't know. I've just seen it on Pinterest, and I've seen several people do it on Pinterest, and so sometimes I do it with my digital paintings, but I tend to do it more often with watercolor paintings. Sometimes I don't do it because I'm just gonna add stuff later. I mean, it is nice because you do have it like adds the different tones, like the variation in the skin tone. I don't know how to explain it, but it's subtle, but like it adds something to the skin is what I'm trying to say. So, you know, it's a nice thing to do, and I just didn't do it this time. Anyways, I had this idea for this outfit. I was actually writing earlier this week. I went to the doctor, and the wait was exceptionally long. And while I was waiting, I was like, I feel like doing something instead of just sitting here. So I decided to write some stuff. And by write, I mean type, because I just did it on my phone in the Notes app, because I recently deleted the Word app, the Word document app. Because recently I was like deleting unused apps off my phone, and I came across the Word document app, and I was like, I don't use this. And then like a week later, I'm searching for it. Why do I do this? Anyways, so while I was writing, I came up with this idea for this outfit. So my brother just came in to borrow something, and he was wearing a jacket just like this one, which I think is really funny because I had no idea that he even owned one. It's like a corduroy jacket with like the fluffy collar. I had no idea he had that. Strange. Anyways, yeah, so I thought this outfit would be cute, and I wanted to put like a bow in her hair. However, I kind of changed it because the way I'd imagined it, I was thinking like a smaller band. I was thinking the bow would be at the top, but I think the way I've drawn it, it's like at the bottom, I think. I don't know. But yeah, the corduroy jacket was fun to paint. I don't really add a lot of texture to clothes that often with watercolors. I kind of just do flat color, but it is fun to add texture, and this one's really easy. It's just lines. So I just put down a lighter color and then did slightly darker, like a slightly darker color, and just drew a bunch of lines. And in some places I added like a little gap. So I think it looks cool. I think it looks nice. And I like it. This is going to be the character in that story that I was talking about. However, after I finished painting, I was like, the skin tone is not right for her. She needs to be a little darker. However, I did not feel like taking out my paints again and redoing it. So this is not her anymore. This is a different person. And it'd be like that sometimes. But anyways, this is how the drawing turned out. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching it. Oh my goodness. Shout out to my patrons, Turtle Blood Buns, Ariana, Sister 55. Thanks so much for being my patrons. I really appreciate you and everything that you do. Oh wow, couldn't talk just then. I really appreciate you and everything that you do. Thanks so much. And follow my social medias if you want. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. And please enjoy the rest of your day, my peeps.